What's up, space pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster, and watching the goons over at Ubisoft flail around and attempt to spin the horrible launch of Star Wars Outlaws is funny as hell. One of the most amusing things in the world to see is when someone who knows their ass is cooked tries desperately to deny it.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've heard worse.
Sales of the game are reportedly a horrendous disappointment, so much so that the stock price of Ubisoft has taken a hit, and those who did buy Star Wars Outlaws are apparently not enjoying it very much, as the Metacritic score is only at a 5.5 out of 10, but the dingleberries at Ubisoft are melting down and rebelling against this truth.
It's not true. That's impossible!
The creative director of the game thinks that millions of people are going to play the game for many years, after they make some improvements, of course. Imagine the gall that it takes to say that after some people spent over $100 to play all the content. This is just a massive cope, and it is absolutely hilarious to watch them squirm.
Everything's under control, situation normal.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, where I keep a list of woke and DEI infected games pinned to my account at all times for your reference. My handle on the platform is Dr. Disaster 1. Anyhow, let's talk about this creative director of Star Wars Outlaws trying to spin the game's massive failure into a positive. And for those who don't know, the failure is this. The game sales have reportedly been terrible, to the point that analysts have shifted their sales forecast for the title down from 7.5 million units by March of 2025 down to 5.5 million. That is a drop of 2 million units. That is really bad, especially keeping in mind that by then, by March of 2025, this Ubisoft game will almost assuredly be on sale for a disastrously low price, meaning that this game will struggle very hard to make back the hundreds of millions that this company spent on development and marketing. The game is a certifiable flop, causing the already low stock price of Ubisoft to plummet down to penny stock territory. But now, this numbskull at Ubisoft is trying like hell to make it seem like everything is hunky-dory. The panic seeps through his words like sweat coming out of pores. I find it amusing as hell. This article is from Bounding Into Comics. If we scroll down in the article, we can get to what the creative director of Star Wars Outlaws had to say. He said, "I'm a little disappointed with the Metacritic score. Recognition from critics is very important to us, but I do think players are really connecting with what we did." Clearly not, my dude. That is what the score is about. Maybe he doesn't understand how reviews work, but if people liked the game, if they were connecting with what you did, as you say, the score would go up. But it is a buggy mess, featuring a character with a face that looks like a sack of potatoes. But anyway, he continued, saying, "We had a very ambitious target, we literally reached for the stars, and I think we were successful from so many different angles." Is one of those successful angles in sales? Because if it isn't, then what you're saying doesn't make any damn sense. It doesn't matter at all. What you're really saying is, hey guys, it's not about the money. It's about the friends we made along the way. This is such a major cope, and I'm fairly certain that the investors in this company do not share your sentiment here. They want to see sales. But he goes on to say, I think Outlaws has such long legs that this will be a game that millions of people are going to play for years and years, and we're never going to stop improving it. You know, here's a radical idea that might help Ubisoft with their flagging Metacritic scores and piss-poor sales. Maybe, instead of releasing an unfinished game that needs a lot of work, maybe Ubisoft could polish it up and show folks when they buy the game that they actually respect and appreciate them. Maybe, if they wanted to entice people to play their games, maybe they could not intentionally make a character that is ugly as hell to prove some kind of feminist point about female worth. Because if it wasn't clear before, it should be by now. Video games and Star Wars are not a place for feminist, activist crap. The majority of gamers are males, and most dudes do not give a shit about that stuff. Granted, there are a lot of gals who play games as well, but they are a minority, and I'm willing to bet that the vast majority of gals who play games, they don't care about that feminist shit either, at least not when they're playing games. They just want to be entertained. And if these studios keep making games for a tiny minority of the potential audience, a tiny minority who want to see this activism in games, if they keep making games for people that want that, this crap will keep happening. They are destined to learn that the modern audience that they are courting is simply too small to support them. So let them seethe and posture and cope. I'm amused by the meltdown because their whining is inconsequential in the end. People are turned off by this game for a variety of reasons, and Ubisoft is simply not going to win those people back anytime soon. Their goose is cooked. But I'm going to leave it there. Help me make fun of Star Wars Outlaws in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.